And the next question would be to Luis. I just want to know, will the encrypted mempools add any noticeable latency to the transactions?
Just want to add one thing to the question before, because we're also working on this auto protocol version of the encrypted mempool with Primef. So I think that's an opportunity to get it in earlier. And it depends a little more on adoption from supply chain engineers, so like builders. So it's a little more of an uphill battle if we go this route. But at least there will be the option for people to use it. It might take a little longer for a transaction to go in, but that will be an option hopefully very soon. But yeah, will there be a latency impact? Yes. So essentially, the way we think about it is it depends on the EIP and depends on the exact approach. But ours and Lucid EIP, essentially, we would say that if you do a transaction in this block, then if you don't send it through the encrypted mempool, it would have the chance to land in this block, right? In the N, right? Whereas if you use the encrypted mempool, it'll be the earliest of it that'll be included would be at the top of the block in N+1. So depending on that, it means like kind of like it'll land in the next block. So you don't have, if you do it now, you don't have the chance that it lands in this block. It'll always be the next block. That's kind of like the way to think about it. But like, yeah, I think like in the grand scheme of things, latency for Ethereum doesn't really matter because you have kind of this 12 seconds, or in the future maybe 10 seconds, or maybe in the future maybe you have 6 seconds. And I would say all the encryption technologies that we're looking into and everything should kind of be well below that, right? I think we can get threshold encryption also kind of into the order of 100 milliseconds to decrypt. So I think on the time scales we're talking about in Ethereum, the latency and this like time to decrypt isn't really that big of a deal. Might be a bigger issue for like Solana, because there's all about like super low latency, or like mega ETH, right? Whereas everything about low latency, that then maybe the decryption step and all of that stuff adds more latency. That's not